Hello, English students. Hello to all of you who are out there ready to improve your English. And you came to the right place to improve your English because verbling.com is the best website in the world for improving your English. We have native speaking teachers giving live classes 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Wow. What a great place to improve your English. Hello. My name is Geoff Watson. I come from Vancouver, Canada, and this hour I am going to be here to help you with listening and reading and understanding and speaking. So we have it all this hour. So I would like to ask everyone to please download the document that we are going to be using. I recommend that everyone please download the document. And now just let me see if I have the link to it. No, sorry, I don't. So the document you will need to download from the Verbling website. It's called AAA6. We are going to be reading this document. If you please download the document and open it on your computer, you will be able to clearly read the text. And if you don't know a word, you will be able to copy the word and put it into an online translator or an online English dictionary. And then you can ask me to confirm that your translation is correct. There. So we are going to be using some materials that were produced by the British Broadcasting Corporation, which is a public broadcaster from the United Kingdom. And this hour we are going to be talking about streaming or audio or music streaming. And so what I would like to do is to ask everyone to say hello. Can you please tell us where you are connecting from? And could you please tell us if you have listened to music by streaming? So this means that you do not need to download the music to your computer. You just click on the button and the music starts playing instantly. Now, I do not listen to music this way, but I have listened to a website in the past called Radio Paradise. That is an online streaming radio station, and I thought it was very good. So that was my experience with streaming. Ahmed, welcome.
Hello, teacher. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. So please introduce yourself, and we are talking about streaming, audio streaming. Do
Yes,
you understand?
Ahmed. Yes, teacher. Ahmed, I'm connecting from Egypt. Um, Yes, I'm using streaming, but not all the time because the connection in Egypt isn't so good. Um, so I prefer to download any song I want to listen.
That you want to listen to?
Yes,
So you prefer downloading the songs because of
download.
the
Yes,
connection. Yeah.
yes.
Okay. Great. And thank you. And so I'm going to say hello to Antonio. Are you there?
Yes. Hi, Geoff.
Hello.
How are you?
Welcome. I'm fine. Thank you. So please tell this group where you're from and what do you think about music streaming?
Uh, I'm from Spain. I'm hanging out from Argentina now. Um, yes, I like it, and I use the streaming audio by the web. I used to listen Grove Sharp. It's a It's a web when you can decide what you have to what you want to listen albums or
Right.
whatever.
So
So,
you can choose and select what you want to listen to.
yes, and you can make your playlist. So it's very good. And
Good.
I
So
used to the tuning to listen the radio. I used to, lately I used to listen CNN by
yeah.
by this web.
And yeah, and just in English to remember to listen to music, to listen to
So,
music, or to listen to CNN. All right, great. And I just wanted to say hello to Emilio. He's giving me the suggestion to use a PDF file instead of the DOCX, the docs document. It's I'm going to use I'm using the docs document because it's much easier for me to use on the share screen. I have found that PDF files don't work very well on the share screen. But thank you for your suggestion. And he uses Pandora. In his opinion, it is the best web radio on the internet right now, currently. So, all right. Thank you, Emilio. And so, Arturo, hello.
Hello, teacher. Good night.
Good evening. Yeah, yeah. Just for a quick reminder, good night in English means goodbye. and and now you have an echo in the background, Arturo. So I'm going to mute your microphone. Please, can you use headphones, or can you please turn off the Verbling broadcast? You may need to close the Verbling window. Arturo, I'm sorry, I need to keep your microphone muted. You need to eliminate the echo for us, please. I'll come back to you, Arturo. Thank you. And so, Diego, hello.
Hello, teacher. Again, good to see you.
Yes, welcome back.
I'm connected from Colombia, Bogota, and yeah, I have I like to listen radio, but my phone doesn't have radio, so I need to download. I downloaded an application that allows you to listen any radio around the world. And in my case, I'm a doctor. I'm veterinarian, so I like to listen as technical. I like to listen topics related to science or technical. Yes,
Veterinary medicine?
yes, all of it. Yeah,
Yeah,
all of
all
the
right.
things.
Yeah, isn't it amazing? You can listen to any radio station in the world.
Yes, that application is called iTunes.
Okay. All right, great. Thank you. Thank you.
You're
And I
welcome.
just want to point out in English, it's all the little words and the use of the, but we say in English, I like to listen to the radio, or I like listening to the radio. That's what we say. All right, and Julissa, hello.
Hi, Jeff. Hello, everyone. I'm connecting from Peru. And about the topic, yes, sometimes I like to stream music. Can I say that? Stream music?
I think so. I'm sorry, I'm not very familiar with this term, but I think, yeah, I think that
Yeah,
sounds good.
I like to listen to streaming music from the website of radio websites, or also in YouTube. I like to check some playlists, and I start listening there. But I prefer the songs that I already have in my files. Yes.
Okay, all right, so good. And great, thank you. And then Zhang, hello. Zhang, are you there? Okay, so they're not there. And so let's go back. David, hello, David.
Hello.
Please, good. Please introduce yourself to the group. And we're talking about audio streaming or online music streaming.
Okay. I listen music in Spotify, and well, I am from Mexico.
Okay, now, and this is this new? This is a new service offered to Mexico?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can choose. You can choose what songs to listen to?
Yeah.
Correct?
In Spanish.
But yeah, good. And can you also select what type of music you like, and it will choose other music that is similar to what you enjoy listening to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, this is what I like.
Yeah.
I would like the computer to look for songs that I like. Yeah, great. And so let's start. Let's start by listening to some of the podcast. What I'm going to do is to bring the transcript up onto the share screen, and then I have my iPod here, and I'm going to play the first part of the podcast for people. And so just give me 1 minute, please, to try and get everything working here correctly. And you can make some comments. You can talk with each other, hang out with each other. Yes, hello, Jane. Yeah. Okay, good. So I'm going to start playing the podcast now.
Oh.
Okay. So please listen.
Hello.
Listen. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
This is 6 Minute English from bbclearningenglish.com.
Hello, I'm Finn. Welcome to 6 Minute English. With me in the studio today is Rob. Hello, Rob.
Hello, Finn.
Rob, a question for you to begin with. How do you buy your music?
Ah, good question. Well, I buy my music on CD.
On CD, okay. Well, today in the program we're going to talk about the rise of what we call streaming and look at the language of online music.
Yes. Let's define streaming first, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
Streaming is a way of watching or listening to media online, audio or video, where you don't need to wait for it to finish downloading. It plays instantly.
And it's becoming very popular. So, we have a question for you, Rob.
Okay.
Which song was the most streamed song of 2012 in the UK, according to the music streaming service Spotify? Was it A, Gotye with Somebody I Used to Know, B, Carly Rae Jepsen, Call Me Maybe, or C, David Guetta with Titanium?
Okay, well, I have to confess, as I've only heard of David Guetta, I shall go for him.
Well, you're showing your age, Rob, there. We'll find out if you're right at the end of this program. Now, Spotify is one of several streaming sites like Pandora and Deezer. And it has been in the news this week because it's now expanding its business into Asia and Latin America.
Let's hear from Spotify employee Jim Butcher explaining how the site works. Listen out for another word for a song.
So whereas on say an MP3 store where you have to buy each track or any album, you get access to 20 million songs. Let me just put in someone like the Rolling Stones, for instance. So the most popular Rolling Stones track on Spotify, Paint It Black. So I just turned out, I just played it, just click the button, and it's instant. It's as if you basically had the millions and millions of songs.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Hello, welcome back.
Okay, thank you. So, what I would like to do now is to just go back with the document and review the information. But any comments to start with?
Oh, no.
A reaction? Okay.
I was trying to listen without reading to
Good.
practice my listening.
Yes.
But yes, I could understand that nowadays it's more popular to stream not only music but also movies
Yeah,
to
okay.
watch online. Yeah.
Now, David, you use Spotify?
Yeah.
You do need to pay for this, correct?
No.
Oh,
It's
it's
free.
free?
Yeah.
Ah, wow. Okay. All right, great. Okay. So, let's practice the reading, and then we can make some comments as we go along. Ahmed, could you please start with, do you still have vinyl records? Ahmed, are you there? Okay, sorry, we can't hear you. So, David, could you start us off, please?
Yeah, of course.
Yes,
Do you-
sure.
Yes. Oh, sorry, Ahmed?
Hello?
Yes, hello. Please, if you can see the text, could you start reading for us, please?
Yes, sure, teacher.
Do you still have vinyl records below the photograph?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Cassette tapes, CDs, download, and now streaming the way we consume music, it seems. It will change, although music companies worry that people listening to music online means they will lose profit. Some music streaming sites like Spotify and Deezer are expanding and making money. That's it, or complete?
No, please continue.
Yes. Fine and Rob discuss this world of streaming and help you learn some language related to online music.
Okay, great. And I'll get you to stop there. So I think the name is Finn. And then David, how do you pronounce this name?
Spotify.
Spotify. Okay. And great. And so people remember vinyl records? Cassette
Yeah.
tapes? Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a friend who likes to buy vinyl records.
Yeah, great. Okay. And CDs? People are still buying CDs. Okay. And so I'd like to go to David. Are you there?
Yeah, me.
Yeah.
Yeah, me.
Please keep going.
Okay. Um,
Hello, I'm Finn.
okay. Hello, I'm Finn. Welcome to 6 Minutes English. 6 Minute English with me in the studio today is Rob. Hello, Rob. Rob. Hi, Finn. Finn. Rob, a question for you to begin with. How do you buy your music? Rob, good question. Well, I buy my music on CD. Fine. Finn, on CD, well, today in the program, we're going to talk about the rise of what we'll call streaming and look at the language of online music. Rob, yes, let's define streaming first. Shall we? Streaming is a way of watching or listening to media online, audio or video, where where you don't need to wait for it to finish downloading. Its place instantly. Fin, it's
Instantly.
become instantly, yeah. Fin, and it's becoming very popular.
Okay, great. So thank you. And then, so is YouTube streaming?
Yes, I
I
think so.
think so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, great. And so excellent. Any questions about the vocabulary and just to begin
Yeah.
with the pronunciation? Yes, someone with a
Yes.
question?
Yes. Related to vocabulary, when it says at the beginning, it says rise, rise.
Yeah, the rise of.
Uh-huh.
Okay, now sorry, where was that? At the very back. The rise of. It means that it is going up. But
Okay.
sorry, where is it? Do you remember? Can you help me find it? I don't remember where it was.
Yes, at the beginning of the conversation.
Oh, at the beginning of the conversation. Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Here it is. Yeah, the rise of what we call streaming. So, well, in the morning, the sun rises. So if something goes up on its own, it rises. So the
Yeah.
popularity of streaming, we say the rise in popularity of streaming, or the rise of streaming. It's going up, meaning in
Okay.
popularity. No,
Uh-huh.
thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for your questions. Those
You're
were
welcome.
great. And so let's keep going. It's becoming very popular. All right. And as always, we have a question. And so if I can get Diego, could you read this, please?
Okay.
So yeah. So we have a question.
So we have a question for you, Rob. Rob, okay. Finn, which song was the most streamed song of 2012 in the UK, according to the music streaming service Spotify? A. Got Tied, Somebody That Used to Know. B. Curly Ray Jepsen, Call Me Maybe. C. David Guetta, Titanium. Rob, okay, well, I have to confess, as I've only heard of David Guetta, I shall go for him. Finn, okay, well, you're showing your age there, Rob. Well, find out if you are right at the end of this program.
Okay. And then I wanted to point out I shall go for him. And there's an earlier use of shall we. Now, personally, I use shall we when you're giving someone a suggestion of something to do. So Rob is suggesting to Finn that they define streaming first. So I might say to you, well, you know, let's listen to more of the podcast, shall we? I'm asking you for confirmation. I'm asking you if that's okay. But this use, I shall go for him. Yeah. What is the sorry? How do you replace shall? What is the other option that's more common?
What about or how about?
Sorry. No, that's really great for making a suggestion. So, but can someone else?
Yeah,
go ahead, Julissa.
When he says, I shall go for him, maybe that could be replaced by I should go for him.
Sorry, no, that would change the meaning, Julissa. Shall, sorry, that changes the meaning as well. It's will.
Will.
So shall is a version of will that we use with I and that we use with we. So you can take a look at it and be aware of it. You don't need to use it, but people, you will hear it. You'll hear it. And just my pronunciation of this word is titanium. I say titanium. Okay, and so does anybody know? Now this here, gotcha, this sounds like an expression in English, which is gotcha. I just wonder if that's how we spell it. Yeah. So that means this is an expression, I have got you. Which I have got you, which we don't usually say this. And that means that you have captured someone. Gotcha. Okay, so there we go. That's another thing. Do you know these bands?
Yeah, I've heard the song Somebody That I Used to Know.
Okay.
It's a very, very nice song. Very nice.
Yeah, and they have a very interesting video with that song. Have you seen the video?
Yes. The guy is, very interesting.
Oh, well, but what's special about the video? Has anybody else seen that video? It's a very unique video of that somebody I used to know.
The guy is like naked, suffering.
Oh, okay. Now that's a different video. That's a different version of the video. So I recommend that people see the video. It shows everybody playing one guitar. So all the members of the band are playing one guitar. I think there are at least 4 people, but I think there are 5 people in the band, and everybody is playing the same guitar. It's very, very unique. Yeah. Very, very clever video. Okay, so let's get back to work here. Let's see if that was the most streamed song for 2012. And so where are we here? I think that was Diego. And so, Julissa, did you read for us?
Not yet.
No, and so go ahead, please.
Now, Spotify is one of the several streaming sites like Pandora and Deezer, and it has been in the news this week because it is now expanding its business into Asia and Latin America. Rob, let's hear from Spotify employee Jim Butcher explaining how the site works. Listen out for another word for a sound. Spotify Communications Officer Jim Butcher.
And let me help you. Butcher.
Butcher.
Yeah.
So whereas on an MP3 store where you have to buy each track or any album, you get access to 20 million songs. Let me just put in someone like the Rolling Stones, for instance. So the most popular Rolling Stones track on Spotify, Painted Black. So I just played it, click the button, and it's instant. It's as if you basically had millions and millions of songs downloaded to your computer already.
Good. Downloaded.
Downloaded.
Okay. And so what do people think of this? Is there a reaction here from anybody? What do you think of what this salesperson just said about Spotify?
Sir.
Yes, Shane.
Sir, can you explain the company how to work?
Well, we are going to know more about the company later in the podcast. But what does it say in the text here? What's the information here in the text?
I think they say that in this way you have access to many songs, even more than an MP3.
Well, 20 million songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, instantly available.
I think.
Yeah, go ahead, please. Yeah.
Right now, we don't need to buy a disc in a store. We just have access to 20 million song base, and we don't actually buy whole CD. We just need to buy one song from Rolling Stone, one from another singer, one from another singer. Actually, what we really like, and not just whole CD.
Yeah, and now, but remember this, and Dimitri, welcome. He's saying though that this is not like an MP3 store where you have to buy each track. Spotify, David is saying it's free. Right?
Yeah.
David, are you still here? Yeah. So you just go and you have an incredible access to this huge music library.
And
so,
can we download it from Spotify or just to listen there streaming?
I don't know that.
Yeah. Now
it's a good site to listen music.
To listen to music.
To listen to music.
Yeah. And now I understand that you could try to record the streaming music, but it's really difficult. And so I don't think you can download the music from the site. That's the situation. All right. And Zhang, could you please read this for us? Starting with Finn, Paint It Black.
Sir, I have a word I don't know.
Okay.
What is whereas?
Okay. Which word?
Whereas. Whereas.
But where is it? Where is it?
Whereas.
No, but sorry, you need to write it in the chat box, or you need to tell me where it is, Zhang.
He says whereas. Whereas.
I'm so sorry. Oh, whereas. Ah, okay. Now, and Zhang, there is an echo that we are hearing from you. So if you could please try to turn off the verbling feed. Yeah, that sounds better. Now, whereas does not have a definition. It has a function. And so where is it, everybody? Help me find it.
There. So where is
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, it's a function word. It has a function. So you're saying, and I'm trying to think of a way of replacing this, but what he's saying is, in an MP3 store, you have to buy each track. But with us, you don't need to do that. And so it's very hard to explain the word other than it has a function on connecting these two ideas together. So he is using whereas to help compare the idea of the MP3 store with the Spotify, which is different. So you're using whereas to compare two different ideas. And so that's the idea. So, yeah?
It's the same as meanwhile?
No, sorry. No. I might say on one hand, you have an MP3 store where you have to buy each track, but then on the other hand, but on the other hand, with us, no, sorry, I'm not doing a very good job explaining this. My advice would be to translate the word into your language and then look to see how it's being used and see if that translation helps you. Because again, these words do not have, the word does not have a definition. It doesn't mean anything. It has a function.
Sir,
so,
I know what you're saying. I know our medical teacher is not good at grammar.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying.
Great. So could you please read the text for us, please?
Yes, I can. Finn. Painted it black by the Rolling Stones. Are you a fan, Rob? Rob? I do like a bit of Stones now and again. Definitely. Finn, I do too. So, do we hear the other word for a song? Yes. A track is an individual song or part of a recording. Rob. And an album is, of course, a collection of songs, so tracks released together. Streaming sites give you access to millions of songs and albums without need to download and pay for them individually. Finn.
Good. Sorry, I'm going to get you to stop there, Zhang. Thank you. And so individually.
Individually.
Okay, and then a track is the other word for a song. Okay, good. And so you can listen to the songs without having to download them. Oh, I'm sorry, Zhang, could you read this, please? Finn?
Finn, they make money from advertisements.
Advertisements.
Advertisements. Or from monthly
subscriptions.
Subscriptions. Monthly subscriptions. Some users pay a certain amount every month to get access to all the songs without and words.
Good. And just to let everyone know, adverts, I think, is a British term. I just say ads. Instead of advertisements, I say ads. Okay. And so what's the idea here then? How does this company work? Could I get a different student to describe how this works?
I think through some time when you're listening music, we give a pop-up with advertisement, and our streaming is blocked. And if we want to listen music without advertisement, without bothering us with advertisement, we just should pay money.
Oh, okay. And so how long does it stop the music for?
I think it's about 30 seconds, maybe
Okay.
50 seconds.
Now, David, is this your experience?
Yeah.
They play commercials?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, great. And so how much is the monthly membership so that you can avoid seeing the advertisements? Does anybody know? Okay, so let's move on. And great. Now that was Zhang. So Ahmed, back to you.
Yes, sure.
Could you read this for us, please?
Yes, sure. Roll and banks make a small amount of money every time a song is clicked on. Fun and in Sweden, where Spotify is based, there is a lot of clicking happening. Over 90% of digital music income is from streaming now, but Spotify is facing competition. As we will hear from BBC reporter Maddie Savage, listen out for another phrase of for audience.
Audience, good. Okay, and I'll get you to stop there, and let's get some more people here. Sorry, just I was clicking on something else. Hello, Arturo. How are you?
How are you, teacher? Good night.
I'm fine. Yeah.
All right, I am online.
Now, Arturo, I'm sorry, you have a very loud echo. I don't know what's happening. You need to turn off the Verbling window. You need to close the Verbling window. Something is causing a very loud echo. I'm sorry. I'll come back to you in 1 minute. David, could you read this for us, please?
Yeah. Apple and Google are both preparing to launch streaming services. The French business Deezer is growing international brand, and there are dozens of smaller companies attracting a rising user base, especially in the US, India, and South Korea. Although all of them face an ongoing battle with copyright uses and illegal piracy.
Piracy. And issues. Yeah, great. Okay, and so good. Let's.
I have some question about words.
Go ahead, please.
What is piracy and
yeah.
What is the other?
Well, could someone explain piracy?
Ongoing.
Yeah,
ongoing.
Okay. Okay, good. Could someone describe what piracy is?
It's illegal.
Good. All right. And so what are we talking about in this case? In this situation?
Illegal copies.
Yeah, good. Illegal copies of music. And so, and then, you know, pirate DVDs, online piracy, which is this illegal copying of movies and songs, usually. TV shows too, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. And ongoing means it is continuing. So there are people in the US, India, and South Korea, but all of these situations, there is a continuing fight, an ongoing battle between the companies wanting to protect their copyright. So the people who produced it.
Okay.
Ongoing just means it is continuing constantly.
Thanks.
Right? Yeah, no, thank you. And
the other word. Yeah.
Sorry, yes, go ahead. Diego?
The other word, yes. The other word is brand. What is brand in this case? Brand.
Oh, brand.
Yes, brand.
Sorry, I'm having trouble finding it. Just oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah. Well, a brand is the name of the company. So Deezer, is that how it's pronounced? It's a French business, and it's becoming well known. It is becoming internationally recognized, and so Nike shoes, Adidas shoes, those are brand names.
Okay.
Yeah. So the companies.
Recognize companies.
It's their name essentially.
Okay.
Yeah. So a company's name is usually its brand.
Okay.
It's kind of a combination of their name and a symbol that something that symbolizes their company, like Apple computers. They have the image, the logo of the Apple. And so the name Apple with the logo is sort of combines together, and that is their brand. It's their company name. All of their products are marketed as Apple products.
Okay.
Yeah, good.
Trademark, yeah.
Sure, good, thank you. And Arturo, are you there? Have you been able to turn off your echo?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Yeah, that's much better. So.
Sorry, I'm beginner in this site.
Welcome. Could you please read this for us? So, Arturo, could you please read starting at Fin?
Okay. Fin. Will determine the user to watch user base, the number of users of their service, group. Although Spotify has a user base of around 14 million, with Apple and Google launch on the start streaming services. We can speak products a lot of competition, all right.
Okay, and let me stop there. I'm going to mute your microphone, Arturo. Just for the next class, see if you can improve the connection with your microphone. We still are hearing a lot of noise, unfortunately. So try to test your microphone to see if you can get it working correctly. Diego, could you read this for us?
Sure. Rob, although Spotify has a user base of around 24 million, if Apple and Google launch or start streaming services, we can expect they'll provide a lot of competition. Finn, for all the streaming sites, they face continuing or ongoing battles with two things: copyright issues and illegal piracy.
Piracy.
Piracy. Rob, that's right, Finn. Streaming sites don't always have agreements with the record labels, the companies who own and sell the music, which means there are often copyright issues. The other issue is piracy, which is illegal copying and selling music or movies or software.
Okay, great. Yeah, thanks. We forgot to mention software as one of the things that is being pirated. And just the pronunciation of labels with an A sound, labels.
Labels.
Right. And hello, Dimitri. Could you please do some reading for us?
I try.
Finn.
I will try. But this is rise of streaming and downloads is by no means the same everywhere in Germany and Japan. For example, both technologically advanced countries, advanced countries.
Sorry, let me help you. Sorry, I guess this is all together here. Let me move this down. So they're talking about Germany and Japan being technologically advanced countries.
Yes.
It's a T sound. Advanced.
Advanced.
Sorry, advanced.
Advanced. Technologically advanced country. Rob, can you tell me what percentage of people still buy music in physical format like yourself on CD?
Go ahead, please.
Probably something like 20% of people. Well, you'd be surprised that it's actually 3/4 of all music sales in Germany and Japan, and in physical format. Anyway, let's go right back to the beginning. Which track was the most streamed track on Spotify last year? The answer is...
Sorry, I'll stop you there. And
okay.
let's leave this as a bit of a surprise. What I would like to do is to play the podcast. We're running out of time. And so please allow me to play the podcast. I think I'm going to play it from the beginning.
Welcome to 6 Minute English. With me in the studio today is Rob. Hello, Rob.
Hello, Finn.
Rob, a question for you to begin with. How do you buy your music?
Good question. Well, I buy my music on CD.
On CD, okay. Well, today in the program, we're going to talk about the rise of what we call streaming and look at the language of online music.
Yes, let's define streaming first, shall we? Streaming is a way of watching or listening to media online, audio or video, where you don't need to wait for it to finish downloading. It plays instantly.
And it's becoming very popular. So, we have a question for you, Rob.
Okay.
Which song was the most streamed song of 2012 in the UK, according to the music streaming service Spotify? Was it A, Guetta with Somebody I Used to Know, B, Carly Rae Jepsen, Call Me Maybe, or C, David Guetta with Titanium?
Okay, well, I have to confess, as I've only heard of David Guetta, I shall go for him.
Well, you're showing your age, Rob, there. We'll find out if you're right at the end of this program. Now, Spotify is one of several streaming sites like Pandora and Deezer. And it has been in the news this week because it's now expanding its business into Asia and Latin America.
Let's hear from Spotify employee Jim Butcher explaining how the site works. Listen out for another word for a song.
So whereas on say an MP3 store where you have to buy each track or any album, you get access to 20 million songs. Let me just put in someone like the Rolling Stones, for instance. So the most popular Rolling Stones track on Spotify, Paint It Black. So I just turned that, I just played it, just click the button, and it's instant. It's as if you basically had the millions and millions of songs downloaded to your computer already.
Paint It Black by the Rolling Stones. Are you a fan, Rob?
I do like a bit of Stones now and again, definitely.
I do too. So did we hear the other word for a song? Yes, a track is an individual song or a part of a recording.
And an album is, of course, a collection of songs or tracks released together. Streaming sites give you access to millions of songs and albums without needing to download or pay for them individually.
They make money from advertisements, or from monthly subscriptions. Some users pay a certain amount every month to get access to all the songs without adverts.
And the bands make a small amount of money every time a song is clicked on.
And in Sweden, where Spotify is based, there's a lot of clicking happening. Over 90% of digital music income is from streaming now. But Spotify is facing competition, as we will hear from BBC reporter Maddie Savage. Listen out for another phrase for audience.
Apple and Google are both preparing to launch streaming services. The French business Deezer is a growing international brand, and there are dozens of smaller companies attracting a rising user base, especially in the US, India and South Korea, although all of them face an ongoing battle with copyright issues and illegal piracy.
Well, the term they used there was user base, the number of users of their service.
Although Spotify has a user base of around 24 million, if Apple and Google launch or start streaming services, we can expect they'll provide a lot of competition.
And for all the streaming sites, they face continuing or ongoing battles with two things: copyright issues and illegal piracy.
Yeah, that's right, Finn. Streaming sites don't always have agreements with the record labels. They're the companies who own and sell the music, which means there are often copyright issues. The other issue is piracy, which is illegally copying and selling music or movies or software.
But this rise of streaming and downloads is by no means the same everywhere. In Germany and Japan, for example, both technologically advanced countries, Rob, can you tell me what percentage of people still buy music in physical format, like yourself, on CD?
Probably something like 20% of people.
Well, you'd be surprised that it's actually 3/4 of all music sales in Germany and Japan are in physical format. Anyway, let's go right back to the beginning. Which track was the most streamed track on Spotify last year? The answer is...
That must be Gautier.
Gautier, yeah.
See, I know my music, really.
You do. Somebody that I used to know was the most streamed track in 2012. Now, one last thing before we go, let's remind ourselves of the musical words and phrases from today.
Streaming. Track. Monthly subscriptions. User base. Ongoing battles. Piracy. Copyright issues. Physical format.
Thank you, Rob. Time to press stop on this program. Please join us again soon for 6 Minute English from BBC Learning English.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Hello, sir.
Hello, everybody.
Are you there?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I can hear you.
And so I hope that people enjoyed listening. Sorry, Zhang. If you just give me 1 minute here, it's time to end the class. But thank you to all of you for your
say
good
goodbye. See you tomorrow.
Thank you. Great, perfect. I hope you can get into the next class.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No,
found
so
a
great. And
list
remember,
of
watch the video where everyone is playing the same guitar.
Yeah,
It's
Okay.
very,
second
very
version.
interesting.
I will.
Yes,
I will.
I will.
See you soon.
See you.
See you.
Bye bye.
I'm
See
going to
ya.
check out Spotify. La música en español.